Hi everyone, welcome and welcome back to my channel. I hope August is being nice to you and you are taking care of yourself. So, by the title, you must have understood the purpose of today's video, right? Yes, I am going to talk about these 12 habits, and trust me, they are going to change your life. When I say change your life, it doesn't mean that you will become totally different person, but you will become a better version of yourself. Well, before I get into details about these 12 habits, I would say I'm not someone who's very perfect. Nobody's perfect. Yet I have been following these, habits from past few months, and I have seen a drastic change in my behavior, the way I think about people, the way I am living my life, and the way I think about myself. So let's start. And very first one is be a good communicator. When I say be a good communicator, does not mean you have to be fluent in a particular language. It just means that you have to be clear about your intentions and be a good listener. Because until and unless you are not listening to people, you will not be able to understand their perspective as well as you will not be able to answer. The next habit is work on knowing your priorities. When I say your priorities, it means you have to be clear about what you want from your life and put efforts into it. You cannot put you cannot invest yourself and your energy in everything, right? So you have to prioritize what is important for you and where you're gonna put your energy. Make a solid list, solid plan, and work on it, because there are a lot of things which are not important, and still we tend to invest ourselves too much that we forget about what is important in our life. So work on this. Third habit is start reading. Trust me on this, reading leads us to become a better person every single day. And if you're someone who is not really into books, you should start reading articles or news bits. They will also help. So the fourth habit is make your health a priority and exercise daily. Workout or any kind of physical activity helps us to become more productive, since we are, feeling fresh from inside and not lazy. Also start eating healthy food because it will refresh your mind and you will feel good from within. Fifth habit is consistency. Trust me, consistency is really important. So if you want to achieve something, you should be consistent with what you are doing. It can be anything. It can be your morning routine or anything. It can be anything. But you have to be consistent with what you are doing. And even I have to learn a lot when it comes to consistency. Sixth habit is practice your craft. No matter what you are doing or no matter what you want to achieve, you should always practice or work on your skills, because there is a saying as well, practice makes a man perfect, right? So you have to work on your skills or whatever you like, whether it's a dance or any kind of skills. You have to be consistent and you have to practice it daily. Seventh one, don't be scared of failures. Do not pull yourself back just because you assume that you will not be good enough or you won't, you might fail. What if you fail? It's okay. ज़्यादा ज़्यादा क्या होगा? Life थोड़ी end हो रही है, right? So get out of your comfort zone. Do what you like. Do not set limits to yourself, and do not just assume. And do not get scared about what other people will think. Don't care. Do what you like, man. Next habit, that is eighth habit, is start taking initiatives. If you want to do something, if you want to achieve something, you have to start it. Until unless you don't start it, you won't achieve. So don't just plan, but implement as well. Don't just plan by saying yourself, I'll start, I'll do it some other day. It will never come. So you have to take initiative. You have to start from today itself. Next one, practice gratitude and be humble. Don't blame people or yourself just because you couldn't achieve anything or just because you couldn't do anything. Be grateful for what you have, how much you learned, and show gratitude towards people, towards everyone who is nice to you. Just be kind to people, just be kind to yourself, and be happy for the things you have in your life. However, having said that, I don't mean that you have to, settle for what you have right now. Be happy, be satisfied with what you have. Still work on yourself to get better, to achieve more in your life, but be grateful, show gratitude, be humble to people, to yourself, to your job, to everything what you have right now. 10th habit is set boundaries and take breaks. Breaks are really important, and so do boundaries. You have to figure out what is good for you and what not, and set boundaries with people who are not good for you or not good for your mental health. Start making boundaries. You can easily outgrow people if you think someone is not good for you. It's okay, you are not being selfish, and take break for yourself from people who make you feel exhausted. 11th habit is take time for yourself. It is really important to spend some time alone so that you will know your purpose, you can know yourself more, why you're here, love yourself more, validate your emotions, heal from things which you don't really talk about, and there are a lot of things which need me time. So it is really important to give time to yourself, spend time alone, think, figure out things on your own. Last but not the least, start generalizing or writing things down. I won't say you have to write something every day, but when it comes to generalizing, you can make a to-do list or some or list of things which are important for you, your short-term or long-term goals, and also with me personally, I do it more like an exercise. When I'm really confused or stressed about something, I start writing it down on a piece of paper or in my phone as well, and it automatically shows me, a way to figure it out. So start generalizing, and you don't have to make a list of 20 to 30 things at a time, or 10 or 15 things at a time. You can make a list of 3 to 4 things which are really important for you, and you do not afford to forget those things. It will help you to prioritize and complete your work. That is all for today's video. These are very few habits, but there are a lot of habits where there are a lot of things which you can practice or adopt in your day-to-day life to make yourself a better person, to change your life, to do things in a much better way. You don't have to do everything at a one time. You can pick one or two things I have mentioned, and you can practice them for like 15 to 20 days, and after that it will automatically become your habit. Once you start working on these things, you will definitely see a change. So I hope this video is helpful, and if you really like this, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, share with your friends, and if you have any kind of suggestions, write them down in the comment section. Bye.